Welcome to my channel Starlight Sci-Fi Stories. Thanks for watching and please like and subscribe. The human woke to a darkness that felt alive. Cold walls surrounded him, glowing faintly with strange, alien symbols that pulsed in rhythm with a silent heartbeat. The air smelled metallic, and every step he took echoed unnaturally. He tried to remember how he had ended up here, but his memory felt foggy, as if someone had erased the last few hours. A sharp sound drew his attention. A panel in the wall slid open silently, revealing a figure that seemed to command the very space around her. The alienqueen stepped into the chamber. Her presence was overwhelming. She was taller than any human he had ever seen, with skin that shimmered like liquid silver and eyes that glowed faintly purple. She moved with grace, but every motion carried authority and menace. "You are awake," she said. Her voice was melodic, almost hypnotic, yet edged with steel. "Good. Your punishment will begin shortly." The human swallowed hard, trying to steady his racing heart. "Punishment?" he asked. I don't understand." "I didn't, you did," she interrupted sharply. "Humans do not understand our laws. You trespassed, broke the sacred barrier of our world, and now you will face the consequences." A panel on the wall opened, revealing a device that made his stomach twist. It looked like a cage made of light, but it hummed with energy, and the air around it shimmered unnaturally. "Step inside," she commanded. The human hesitated, but there was no choice. He obeyed. The moment he stepped inside, the device activated. Energy crackled around him, making his muscles tense and his mind reel. Pain shot through him, not sharp, but deep and unrelenting, testing his endurance. The alienqueen circled him like a predator. "Most humans crumble under this," she said. "But there is something different about you. You have spirit, courage, curiosity, traits that make you interesting." He gritted his teeth, struggling to keep his composure. The energy faded slightly, leaving him gasping, sweat dripping down his face. "Interesting?" he managed to croak. "Yes," she said, stopping before him. Her glowing eyes studied him closely, as if trying to read his very soul. Then, in a voice softer than before, she added, "If you were single, I'd give you my number." The words hit him like a jolt. He blinked in shock. For a moment, the fear, the pain, the tension, all of it, was replaced by confusion. Was this a joke? Was she serious? Or was this another layer of the test? The queen's lips curved in a faint smile, a rare gesture of amusement. "Do not misunderstand. This is still punishment. You may find that the human spirit is delightful when under pressure. Survive, and perhaps you will earn my curiosity." The human's mind raced. He had heard of alien customs, of their bizarre tests and rituals, but nothing like this. He had to survive, not just to escape, but to prove something. Prove that humans were more than fragile creatures to these beings who saw themselves as gods. The first trial began. The walls shifted and reformed, creating a maze of twisting passages and floating platforms. Gravity seemed to fluctuate, throwing him off balance as he ran, jumped, and dodged. He had to think quickly. Each path was a puzzle, each step a test of logic and reflex. If he misstepped, beams of energy shot from the walls, searing the floor and leaving trails of smoke. All the while, the alienqueen watched. Her eyes followed him, calculating, intrigued. She commented occasionally, her voice echoing in the maze, "You are clever, human. But cleverness alone will not save you." The human gritted his teeth, refusing to look down at his aching body. Each trial tested not just strength, but wit, patience, and perception. He began to notice patterns, subtle shifts in the energy pulses, tiny movements in the walls, hints that could guide him to safety. Slowly, cautiously, he adapted. Hours, or what felt like hours, passed. Exhaustion clawed at him. He stumbled into a chamber filled with a pool of glowing liquid. "Drink," a voice commanded. He hesitated, then realized it was safe. The liquid revitalized him, but only temporarily. The queen's punishment was not mercy, it was a test of endurance. As he emerged from the chamber, bruised and bleeding, the queen stepped forward. She did not touch him, but the air seemed to thrum with her power. "You persist," she said. "Curiosity, courage, humor, even in suffering. Humans are remarkable. Tell me, do you enjoy this?" The human coughed, trying to regain his voice. I survive. That's all," he said. The queen's laugh was low, musical, yet chilling. "Survival is admirable. But do not think this is the end. She gestured to a final corridor, longer and darker than anything he had faced before. The final trial awaits. Only one who understands the limits of fear, and pushes beyond it, will emerge. He stepped forward, each movement slow, deliberate, his mind sharp despite the fatigue. The corridor seemed endless, walls closing in, shadows shifting. Energy spikes lashed at him, forcing him to dodge, jump, and crawl. Every instinct screamed at him to give up. But he pressed on, driven by something deeper than survival. Pride, determination, and the quiet knowledge that humans had something no alien technology could replicate, ingenuity and willpower. Halfway through the corridor, he stumbled upon a small alcove. Inside, strange carvings glowed faintly. He studied them, realized. They were a map of the energy pulses, showing the path forward. The aliens had left a hint, for him, or as part of the test. Either way, it was a lifeline. He memorized the pattern and moved carefully, avoiding the spikes, following the rhythm of the energy. At the corridor's end, a platform rose, leading to a chamber bathed in golden light. He stepped onto it, exhausted, heart-pounding, and collapsed. The alien queen was there, waiting. Her expression was unreadable. "You have done well," she said. Few humans would have reached this point. Fewer still would have noticed the pattern, adapted, and survived without breaking. "You intrigue me." He looked up at her, chest heaving. "I survived because I had no choice," he said. "Perhaps," she said, tilting her head. Then, in a tone that made him catch his breath, she repeated, almost teasingly, "If you were single, I'd give you my number." The words echoed in his mind. Was this a reward, a jest, or another test? He could not tell. She turned and gestured toward a high balcony overlooking the endless expanse of her alien empire. "Rest. Tomorrow, the consequences of your survival will begin. For now, sleep, human. Your journey is far from over." As he drifted into a fitful sleep, one thought lingered. Humans were fragile, yes. But perhaps, in this vast, indifferent universe, their spirit, their creativity, their humor, their courage, was a force even alien empires could not ignore. And the alien queen, she was watching. Waiting, curious. The screen would fade to black here, leaving the audience desperate to see what happens. The human awoke to soft golden light filtering through the towering chamber. His body ached from the trials of the previous day, but his mind was alert. The alien queen sat on a throne that seemed carved from living crystal, watching him with eyes that shimmered like stars. She radiated calm authority, but there was also something softer in her gaze, curiosity, perhaps even admiration. "You survived," she said simply. Few humans possess such resilience. The human struggled to sit upright. "I had no choice," he said. "I had to." She rose, moving closer, her presence filling the room. "That may be so. But survival is more than mere instinct. It is choice. You chose to endure, adapt, and think. That is rare, even among my people." He swallowed, heart-pounding. He had faced alien devices meant to crush his mind and body, yet here he stood. What now?" he asked. The queen's eyes narrowed thoughtfully. "Now, a choice. You may return to your world, back to Earth, and never set foot on my planet again. Or, you may join me in a mission, one that could save my empire." The human's curiosity outweighed fear. "A mission? Yes," she said. "A rogue faction within my empire CKS to overthrow the throne. They are clever, dangerous, and possess technology that could rival my entire fleet. You, human, may have the skill to stop them." He felt a spark of hope and dread. He was just a human, fragile and alone in an alien world. Yet something stirred inside him, a confidence that humans, though small, had something no alien could replicate: ingenuity. He nodded. "I'll do it." The queen's lips curved into a faint smile. "Good. You may yet earn more than mere survival. The mission begins." The mission began at twilight, with the human standing aboard a sleek starship that hummed with alien energy. The queen explained the situation as they flew through space. "The faction calls themselves the Shattered Star," she said. "They seek to seize control of my empire by sabotaging key systems and capturing strategic outposts. They believe that the queen cannot be stopped. They are wrong." The human listened, absorbing every detail. The Shattered Star was not only well-armed, but cunning. Their base was hidden in a field of collapsing asteroids, a near-impossible location for infiltration. "You will lead a small team," the queen said. "But your success depends on your human mind. Aliens think in patterns, in logic. Humans are unpredictable. That is your advantage. The human studied the schematics projected before him. He noticed gaps in the faction's security. Moments where automated patrols overlapped, blind spots in their surveillance systems. "We can sneak in here," he said, pointing to a narrow channel between two asteroids. The Queen's eyes sparkled with approval. "Yes, that is exactly the kind of thinking I anticipated." Infiltration and discovery. The human and a team of elite alien operatives landed silently on a small asteroid. The surface was jagged, cratered, and glowing with faint alien crystals. They moved carefully, shadows among shadows, until they reached the entrance to the shattered star's hidden base. The base was alive with energy, mechanical guardians patrolling its corridors. The aliens moved with precision, but the human's mind worked differently. He spotted weaknesses, a pattern in the guard's timing, a door that was rarely monitored. Using a small, improvised device he crafted from alien tech, he disabled the patrols silently, opening a path forward. Inside the command center, he discovered something unexpected. A young alien engineer, trapped but unharmed. "You're human," the engineer said, eyes wide. "How did you get here?" The human smiled faintly. "Humans surprise you when you least expect it." With the engineer's help, he accessed the base's systems, uncovering the faction's plan to disable the Queen's fleet. Time was critical. Every second counted. He relayed the information back to the Queen, who was coordinating the main defenses from her throne world. Human ingenuity triumphs. As the shattered star launched its attack, the human acted decisively. He used the base's systems against them, turning security turrets into traps, creating false readings, and sending the rogue faction into chaos. Alien technology was precise, but predictable. The human introduced uncertainty, improvisation, and clever timing, things no alien could anticipate. The battle was tense. Beams of energy shot past him, corridors exploded, and alarms blared. Yet he pressed on, calmly calculating, thinking 5 steps ahead. His human instincts, creativity, and courage turned the tide. One by one, the rogue leaders fell, trapped by their own hubris and his ingenuity. Finally, he reached the central chamber where the shattered star's leader awaited. The alien was imposing, armed with energy blades that could cut through metal. Yet the human did not hesitate. He used a combination of quick thinking and environmental advantage, collapsing part of the ceiling and trapping the leader beneath rubble. The threat was neutralized. The Queen arrived shortly after, appearing as a shimmering figure of authority. "Well done," she said. "You have proven what I suspected. Humans are capable of feats even we cannot predict." The human, breathing heavily, looked around at the chaos he had helped resolve. "We stopped them," he said. "Yes," the Queen replied. "And you did it with wit, courage, and persistence. Qualities I admire." She stepped closer, her eyes searching his. "And perhaps, with a bit of humor. You kept your composure, even when facing death." The reward and reflection in the quiet aftermath. The Queen led him to a balcony overlooking the Empire. Stars stretched endlessly across the void, and alien cities glowed like living jewels. "Few humans get to see this," she said. "Fewer still make a difference here. You have done more than survive. You have changed my empire's future." The human felt a surge of pride. He had come as a captive, powerless and alone. Now he stood as a hero, recognized by one of the galaxy's most powerful beings. I never thought humans could make a difference here," he admitted. The Queen smiled faintly. "Humans are fragile, yes. But fragility is deceptive. You have something the strongest aliens sometimes lack: unpredictability. Courage, creativity, ingenuity. All of it, human." Then, softly, almost teasingly, she said again, "If you were single, I'd give you my number." This time, the human laughed. "I guess humans really can surprise even the strongest aliens." The Queen extended her hand, offering a token, a small crystal imbued with energy and a personal message. "A reminder," she said, "that humans are not just survivors. You are capable of greatness." He accepted it, knowing that this moment would define him forever. He could return to Earth, carrying stories of courage and survival that no one would believe. Or, he could stay, explore the galaxy, and see just how far humans could reach. Epilogue. Humanity's triumph. Weeks later, the human stood among the stars, aboard the Queen's flagship. He had learned alien strategies, mastered new technologies, and understood a universe far larger than his home planet. Yet he also realized something essential. Humanity's greatest strength was its heart and mind, not its weapons. He glanced at the alien queen, who was quietly observing the stars. Though she ruled an empire of immense power, she had chosen to respect and trust a human. That choice alone was proof of something he had always suspected: humans were remarkable. The galaxy was vast, full of dangers, wonders, and secrets. And somewhere out there, waiting, were opportunities to prove that humanity could rise to challenges no other species could. The human smiled, a mixture of exhaustion, triumph, and anticipation. He had survived, adapted, and conquered. Not just by strength or skill, but by being human. And somewhere, deep in the corridors of the alien empire, the queen watched him, a faint smile on her face. The adventure was over, for now. But the story of humanity among the stars was just beginning.